The tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Booker. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
To the air on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Second down coming up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's good. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Robinson looking to pass. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
On third and short, the power run here. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Now, I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd down.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Robinson will throw. Going for it all. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. He's in for the touchdown.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's McPherson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Looking to move it through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. He'll throw it. Wide open man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the gun, the ground game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the back. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They go to the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They're trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. Third and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
They bring the punter onto the field now.
On to kick it away.
Makes a move. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Now this offense is back on the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
That last completion sets him up on second down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
They'll try to pop the draw. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Robinson looking to pass. Grabs it in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? He sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds his big tight end. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He leaves it with his back. Fights off a defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Robinson will throw. Getting some heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Carnes. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He's looking to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. How about this DB turning on the Jets and getting the first sack of the game for this defense?
And that is how you come from the secondary with authority. Come with some speed, some vitriol, some hate. Just get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. Nice job by the secondary getting to the quarterback.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Going up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Finds his man. It's Booker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Booker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Got room at the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Robinson looking to pass. Gets it out fast. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you run those routes, those curl routes, just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
He's tackled at the 5-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for this offense. Wide out in motion. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Robinson will throw. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Leaves it with the running back. Made a defender miss. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick handoff. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He makes the connection. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Power football with the run. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Feeling some heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And it's no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Finds his big tight end.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. It's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out out of the gun. The inside handoff looking for a crease. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. At the 35, he's got room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Booker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline and you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Using the quick game. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into their happy place for a touchdown. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick off.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Parks. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Fast motion from the offense. The receiver on the jet sweep. At midfield, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defenses have got to play with great eye discipline, especially when you're facing teams that will run the jet sweep. You've got to be able to locate the football extremely quickly, and defense did not do a good job at that time.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Robinson looking to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes his connection. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Smith takes the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Going to the running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll try the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He's got him in the flat. Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he's in for the touchdown.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's good. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wide out. Got a wide open receiver. He's off to the races. Touchdown.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. He'll ride his man on the option. Couldn't make his way in. The two-point conversion fails, and we still have a 5-point game here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's McPherson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
It's second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Booker. Stopped after making the catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been.